Well, now the others know that he's finally back. Maybe... is it even a good idea? I don't even know. Like they're in here. Oh, hey Steve.
Steve,
Hello.
Hi.
Hey. How are you feeling?
I feel like I just saw a ghost. That's if you can describe that as an emotion, how am I supposed to feel?
I know it's a lot to take in.
It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like he's there. Even his demeanor, his everything isn't right. Like that's not him. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna wake up any moment. I don't want to believe it.
Do you want me to pinch you?
Foxy.
What?
It's
No, why not?
I mean, this all seems unreal. I just heard the news. What?
I know.
Ow.
He's back.
What? Now what? Like, is he gonna... what is he gonna do to us now?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm still manager, right? Or something like that.
According to Dr. Vindy, yes.
Doesn't exactly
I
have much of a standing here, so
have to apologize to each and every single one of you.
Why?
I
Why?
should have listened to you. For so long, I was on Brian's side for like so many things, and
Steve.
I pushed you guys all away. No, let me just say this. I wish I didn't go back in the portal to go look for him. I didn't.
You... wait, you looked for him?
He did. I went with him because I didn't want him to do anything stupid, but he jumped through the portal before I could grab him.
So you're the reason why Brian's back.
Not necessarily. I'm actually glad I jumped in because of the things that I saw and the things that he was doing.
What was he doing?
Brian created his pocket dimension world using his powers. He then stole a whole entire pizzeria from an alternate universe. The one that
Stole
looks...
other versions of us?
He stole a pizzeria from a different universe. Then he decided to kidnap other animatronics from other universes and other Brians. Multiple different Brians from different universes. He tried to play out his perfect world, being, I guess, the director, you could say, and trying to, like, force interactions with all the animatronics. But eventually one Brian figured it out, and when I got there, some of the animatronics they knew what was going on, but they were playing the role. And eventually one Brian finally figured out what was going on, and he saved us. We were all trapped in this one room all together. But it was weird. It was all the original animatronics from his first location.
He just decided to create a new world that he can control.
Exactly, and
How?
I told him off. I was so angry at him. I told him that I didn't want to see his face anymore, and that I was going to help those animatronics because what he was doing was so wrong. None of those animatronics deserved any of them. And if the animatronics didn't do what he's wanted to, he would send them away back to that room. Be left there. And then he would replace him with a different animatronic. Or a different Brian. When I realized that he did that, I finally opened my eyes. My eyes finally opened to who he was, what he did. Was I told him I would never forgive him. And I should have listened to each and every one of you. I can't believe he did all that.
And he still has his powers now? What if he does something here? If he can have that much power in that world, think about what he could do here. We can be in danger. We could be killed by Brian. Put in a room. Or controlled.
I don't know.
Eve. It's okay. You were caught up in all of this stuff.
I trusted him. I should have trusted all of you instead. All of you were right. Adrian, you were right too.
I wasn't
What?
right about anything, Steve.
Adrian.
Steve, at literally any moment, I was so close to trying to go mess with that portal again. The only reason I didn't was because the whole thing was brought on by me and Brian trying to use that portal to bring back our parents. Is the only reason I didn't do anything with the portal.
But it was also his fault for... You can't put it all on yourself. He has to blame too. He put this upon himself to do it. Adrian.
I'm just so happy you're okay. I'm just happy you're back, okay? I'm just so happy that nothing went wrong for you, okay? I'm just so happy you're gone.
I tried to leave, but I couldn't leave those animatronics there. Seeing what he did...
You're back now. Can we just be happy about that? In this entire mess, can we at least be happy that you're back?
Yes. Yes, Adrian.
They were right. They were right that, okay, he did... It doesn't even sound like Brian. They were right about him. But we weren't. Let's just be happy we're okay.
But now what's the next recourse? He's back? What does that mean?
Well, by the sounds of how dangerous he has become, I suggest that we either phone the police or maybe a mental institute.
I don't think either of any of those options are going to work at this point.
Well, he can't stay here.
How do we prevent
One of the first things he's going to do is go see Vindy. Probably going to go see his parents and most likely Gregory.
Well,
I can't let him get to Gregory.
How?
If what you're saying is true, if what you're saying about what he did, about how he acted is true, we can't let that happen unless we know it's it. The parents made him almost have a heart attack last time I saw them, so maybe they're in danger too. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, wait. The way I saw him when he finally realized what he did was so wrong. It's like he broke into a million pieces. Now he's gonna have to rebuild himself. One of the last things I saw was one of the lefties that was one of the strong ones there. He was the last one to leave. He gave him a hug.
We can't just do nothing, right? Right? We have to do something, right? Anyone?
Yes, we do.
What do we even do?
I don't know. What are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to think of them? Okay, you guys were right. So what do we think?
Well, like Bonnie said, he's gonna go for Dr. Vindy. Should we try to go to Dr. Vindy before Brian does? Or the parents?
Wait,
Gregory?
that's not it. He's probably gonna go see Dylan.
Dylan?
His brother?
Yeah. Okay, maybe we can go to Dylan. Oh, there's so many people. Okay.
He's still gonna stick around. He said he wanted to make amends with everyone, and I told him that was gonna be very hard and difficult. No one's gonna forgive him right away. Or maybe not ever. I told him that the portal has always been the problem. I can only hope that now he realizes that. But I don't know. I can't predict the future. No one can.
I think I'm going to need a moment alone. I'll be honest, none of this feels exactly real still.
We can
think things through.
we can leave you alone, right, guys?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
You sure you're gonna
Get
be okay?
yourself a glass of water.
I'm not sure of anything right now.
Well, if you need anything, just find us.
We'll be
Glass of
here.
Water sounds good.
On it.
Can't believe what you told us, Steve. I know. When I
You
saw
went through all that.
when I saw him get rid of those animatronics, just with a snap of his finger, his powers, I couldn't just leave. I had to help them. I couldn't in good conscience leave without helping them get back to their universe, because I know that's what I would want someone to do for me.
You did the right thing, Steve. Who knows what would have happened if you didn't go in the portal?
I know.
At this point, they could have been trapped a lot more longer. But you helped them, Steve, and I agree with Adrian. I'm glad. We're all glad you're back. Just have a lot more now, and I know that eventually we'll be able to get everything done. What's needed.
Yeah. I'm just glad all those animatronics are back home. And the Bryans too. So,
Yeah.
how many different Bryans did you see? Hundreds of different Bryans.
Jeez.
Hundreds of lefties, Sarchikas, Funtime Foxies, you name it. All the OGs. And I'm assuming none of us. Like I said, it was the original pizzeria. He only cared about them. He wanted to go back there when he was truly happy.
Oh.
I don't know what's gonna happen now. But what I do know is that you guys are my family, and I don't want us to ever be alone or separate anymore, or be against each other. I agree.
Me too. And Steve, from now on, if you need any help, don't do it on your own. We're here.
Which is
We can
why I
help
went
you.
with him to the portal.
Exactly.
I didn't want him to do anything stupid, and though he did save those animatronics and Brian's. Who knows if Steve didn't go, what would have happened to them?
Exactly.
Do you think, now that Brian's back, are you gonna let him fix you?
At this moment in time, I don't particularly care. I just see that Brian is currently acting as a threat, and I don't want him anywhere near anyone else.
Makes sense.
Primary concern is Brian.
Right.
No matter how sad he may feel about his actions, those actions were still taken. So it is our job to make sure that everyone is safe.
Guess you have a point. I need some time to breathe. This is a lot to take in. I agree.
Poor Steve.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
All right.